and then there's nothing special to buy. I don't get it.
You ruined Christmas makeup brands. Hello, Beauty News family. Welcome to our holiday extravaganza. And by extravaganza, I mean we're going to talk about two things. Not really. We're going to talk about more than two things.
So what we're going to do with this video is we're going to do a bit of a recap of a lot of the holiday products that were released. We're not going to talk about everything, and we're not going to talk about everything in minute detail, but this is just sort of like a overview of what's been happening. We're going to start with the products that are kind of boring. What we mean by boring is the products themselves might be fine, the deals might be fine, but they're not anything new or interesting. So it might be like what we've seen from the brand many years in a row. It might just be packs of minis, stuff like that. You get it. Kind of boring. Let's not waste our time talking about it. And then we'll delve into what we think is a little bit more interesting, or things that people have flagged as being worthy of discussion. So the first sort of boring brand is Anastasia Beverly Hills. We saw 2 9-pan palettes, sugar and spice, kind of boring, new shades of liquid lipstick, and new shades of highlighter, all champagne, just various shades of champagne.
From Bare Minerals, we didn't really see anything. It appears gone are the days of Bare Minerals creating like holiday makeup collections. They do have some packs, but it appears to mostly just be things that they sell anyway. And I think one interesting thing to flag about this quickly is that in 2021, it was actually sold by Shiseido to a company called AI Beauty Holdings. Ever since then, we haven't really seen too much. It looks like we saw one palette in 2022, I think.
Yeah, which would have been a flow over from previously anyway, the previous owners. Another brand that's kind of boring, Fenty. These are just packs. We're seeing minis. The only interesting thing, there's like a swirly gloss and a salted caramel body butter. That's what the internet's talking about. Fair.
Yum, I want that. From Glossier, we have 2 new balm.coms in espresso and biscotti. They go hand in hand. It makes sense. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. One thing that is interesting though, is they do have some other packs, but they also brought out a mini trio of their You fragrances. So the original and the 2 new ones in a little trio. So if you want to try them all, quite expensive,
Smart.
but it's there. We've also seen a few packs from House Labs. So these are sort of like mini things that have been out, sort of curated little color packs. Kind of boring.
Holo Taco have bought out a holiday collection, although it's not actually holo. It's more of a glowy collection, which I guess fits with the season.
Cool toned, shimmery, frosty. Frosty, I'd call it frosty. Yep. All right, Hourglass. Look, people love talking about Hourglass palettes, but the reason why we think they're kind of boring is because it's the same thing that we've seen every year. So there's 3 6-pan face palettes with different sort of designs on the outside. There's also a Barney's exclusive one, as well as a face quad. Again, these look very repetitive to last year. Look, one thing they have done different this year slightly is at least 5 of the shades from the main 3 face palettes are exclusive to the palettes, but they still look the same as everything else they've brought out.
Nomad Cosmetics has brought out a new palette for the holiday season. It is based on Polar Express. I really love that movie. It's cute. I think it's fitting. The palette color story, not really my jam, but it all fits.
Pat McGrath, this looks like the holiday collections from the past years gone by. The packaging is even the same. It's just a palette and random stuff and packs.
From Rare Beauty, again, we just appear to have packs. We've got lip packs and skin packs.
Summer Fridays, exactly the same thing. We've got like a lip trio of their lip balm. We've got a skincare mini pack. There is a lip butter balm in a new scent, which is hot cocoa, but otherwise it's just mini packs.
Tarte is always well known for their stacks of packs for the holiday season, and nothing has changed. If you're looking for a bargain and you love Tarte goodies, Tarte is dishing it up this year. There are some face palettes as well, some like blush sets and eyeshadow palettes, but yeah, lots and lots of stacks of packs. Yeah.
Urban Decay, they do have packs. So we've seen all-nighter setting spray packs, their eyeshadow primer packs, just things lumped together. Their main interesting thing is a star palette and also a quad based around their Moondust eyeshadow in Space Cowboy. We saw something similar to this last year, but a different style, design anyway of the palette. Nothing super exciting, but you know, they're riding the Space Cowboy wave, which I understand it's a pretty eyeshadow.
And our last quick run through is going to be Wet n Wild. So they have Candy Cane and Gingerbread Man themed collection this year, and there are so many packs of little bits and bobs. I think the packaging is going to suck people in on this one. Fair enough, but they are affordable, so it's not a bad one to check out.
Now is the time for a bit more discussion around things that I think are a little bit more interesting. I really want to talk about Benefit because their collection this year is strange, but also kind of charming. They do have cute. A lot of packs, a lot of basic things. They've also got an advent calendar. The products themselves are not that interesting, but the way they've packaged, I think, is very cute. I've even seen this in store and I was so tempted to buy the advent calendar. So essentially the advent calendar is in a pink shopping basket and all the packs that they've brought out are in various food related or grocery related sort of items. So you've got like cans of soup or cups of noodles or sardines. I just think this is so odd. But the more I see it, the more I'm like, I want it. I like it. Yeah. I think it's cute.
I think what you said about it being charming is so spot on. There's just something about it. It's a little bit nostalgic, whimsical. It's just fun. I really like it. That advent calendar is sensational. The basket. Give me the basket. Yeah. I do think the thing that's kind of boring about this is like the face and cheek palettes. Also, if you hear jingling, it's my dog's collar. I've put a bell on her collar for
Christmas. It's Christmas. It's just Santa's sleigh if you hear jingling.
Exactly.
I think the thing that I think is boring about this is simply the Benefit products. I don't find them that interesting anymore. Agree. If I had that advent calendar, I'd be like, yay, shopping basket. And then I'd start opening them and I'm like, oh, do I want a mini mascara from them? Probs not. Do I want this mini blush? Not really. No. So for me, it's the products that are less exciting, but whoever packaged this is very smart. Some people are going to hate it and that's totally fine. I think it's a polarizing collection. I feel like this would appeal to people that don't do their weekly, or their groceries. Like I have to put groceries the right way and I find that really annoying, so I don't know why I find it so appealing, but for some reason I do.
By Mario has a collection. I think it's a little bit bland this year, but I mean, each to his own, shall we just say. So it appears that we have an eyeshadow palette. It is very cool. It's looking frosty. I guess it's appropriate for the season. But we also have mini sculpt and pop on the go blush and contour sticks that are sold in a set, which I guess is... Look, we love minis. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, I think the reason why this is a release of some note is because a lot of people quite like that Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette. He did bring out like a nude eyeshadow palette, I think it was last Christmas or the Christmas before, and it was so popular that I think he had to bring it back. So that was a really popular release. I think it was a couple of years ago, to be fair. And this is just like the next iteration of it. So it's a cooler tone one, which a lot of people are asking for. There's some greys, there's some blues, there's some twinkly eyeshadows. So even though I think this is boring, I think you're absolutely right. And I think for a holiday collection, this is pretty bland. People were quite excited for the palette. I didn't actually see any reviews, so I don't know if it ended up being very good, but I know people loved the first one he brought out, and this is like the second one. So There you go.
The holiday collection for Colourpop is typical. It's Frosty the Snowman. It is considered a collaboration, and we're seeing a Frosty palette and a whole bunch of bits and bobs. So we've got lip packs, we've got the glossy, what are those jelly glosses called?
Jelly Much.
Jelly Much, that's it. And there's also a snowman sponge. I think the sponge is cute. I don't know how functional it is. There's some super shock shadows and bits and bobs like that. So it's, I don't know, typical holiday release in terms of the products that Colourpop are typically releasing. Just the theme is Frosty the Snowman. If you look at the swatches of that palette, like,
it's fucking frosty. Yeah, this is a trend. We're seeing a lot of people leaning into frosty eyeshadows, frosty makeup. This is the frostiest of frosty. I don't like this. I would hate to wear this. The thing that I do find interesting is that sponge. I don't think this is a great shape for applying makeup, but it does change color when wet, which is kind of interesting.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it turns white when it's wet. So there's that. But surprisingly, so many people vibed with this. When we talked about it in Beauty News, so many people are like, this brings on nostalgia vibes. I love the frostiness. I love it all. So people enjoyed it, which each to their own. Something that I kind of want this. This is the Cosmic Brushes or Cosmic Beauty. Not sure exactly what they're going by these days because their handle is Cosmic Brushes. They used to have brushes. Now they have beauty and they call themselves Cosmic, whatever. I don't know. You figure it out. They have this palette. It's 'Tis the Season collection. This palette is gorgeous. I don't actually want to wear any of these shades. I just want to smear them on myself. That vibrant...
It's very pretty.
I think it's... I don't know if it's baubles, but it's like that purple shimmer and that green, emerald green shimmer. Oh my... How do I incorporate that into my makeup every day? It is a challenge that I'm willing to try because it's gorgeous. I can also say I've tried my first Cosmic Beauty Cosmic Brushes palette this year. Quality is very nice. This is stunning. If you're a color lover... Stunning. The shimmers in this, like, oh, gorgeous. They also have 2 blushes, 2 matte lipsticks, or you can buy the full collection with the bag. This is something that I would be tempted to buy. It's just one of those things that I'm like, if I ordered it, would I wear it? Probably not. But I want it. I want it so bad. Those shimmers, oh, I want it. They're gorgeous.
It does look really pretty. I'm loving the color story that they've chosen. It's not, I know it's not something that I would wear because I just don't really wear color anymore, but I can see that there's like at least one duochrome in the bottom corner. It looks like a bronze to red, and I'm like,
oh, it's gorgeous.
They do. It looks really, really pretty. I think a lot of people are gonna be screaming.
The more I look at it, the more I'm like, I want this. I just want it. I don't know why.
I want to see swatches of it. That's what I've been waiting for. Wow. Okay. We do have swatches. Kat's buying it. So it appears to be a green, orange, purple and red palette. It's so
gorgeous.
So pretty. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think this is going to sell out. So just a little bit more information that we have here. It contains 12 mattes, 8 metallics and 3 shifty shades, they call them. So you've got I mean, some of them look to be multi-chrome, but some may simply be duochrome. So I would assume that they're just calling them shifty shades because they're shifty. There is also a video of a creator applying that, I think it's a creator, I'm not sure, applying the palette to her eyes, and it looks beautiful.
It's really pretty.
Are you drooling? I'm drooling.
Yeah, I'm drooling a little bit, yeah.
From Laneige, we have a pretty cute and very festive holiday collection. So this consists of the Candy Cane Lip Sleeping Mask and Glowy Balm. There's an Eggnog Latte Lip Sleeping Mask, and then there is a mini set that contains 5 mini sleeping balms in the flavors berry, gummy bear, mango, watermelon pop, and peach iced tea. I'm just being reminded why I wanted this so badly, and I didn't buy it, and it seems to be sold out everywhere, which is a shame. We have also heard reports that the eggnog latte lip sleeping mask is divine.
Yeah, so the only reason why we're mentioning this as something that is noteworthy is only because we want them and because people have said such good things about them. So it's not that this is anything all that new for Laneige. This is the sort of format that they do every year. But it's getting good praise, and I do love their lip sleeping balms. I also love their glowy balms. I like it all. I think they're very nice.
I like them too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. MAC revealed their holiday collection ages ago, so this is old news. It's boring. The theme is gift of gold, so everything is gold. We've seen lip vaults. There's different lipsticks and blushes. One thing I do like is they seem like they're matching, so you can have like a matching blush and lipstick, which I think is kind of cool. Various packs, we've seen it. There's little mini palettes. The one thing that I think got a little bit of traction online is they've got this sort of pot of what looks like, I don't know, like a putty, shimmery, duochromy thing. So it's sort of like a jelly much from Colourpop, but from MAC. And the photos and videos don't do it justice. I feel like it is that sort of colour shifting sort of pink to gold that you got from like Stylishly Mary. So that in sort of like a putty jelly texture. They were promoting that a lot. I think it did sell out most places, so it was quite popular. But this, I have to say, this theme this year is so uninspired. Just to put things in gold packaging, I don't know what they're doing. It's boring.
Agree.
It's boring. One thing I actually don't mind besides the price is their advent calendar. Not only does it look like it's like stacked presents, which is kind of cool, but if you have a look at it, there's a lot of makeup in there. And we will be talking about an advent calendar that's been bagged for being trash. This one at least is quite packed full of product. So I have to say it's not too bad. If I saw this like heavily reduced in like the corporate store, I'd be like, okay, maybe.
I think the thing about MAC advent calendars that I personally appreciate is they started out shit. They literally put like little like empty sample pots in their advent calendars when they first started, and as the years have gone on, I feel that they have actually listened to feedback and they have improved their advent calendars. So I have to give them major props to that. And they don't shit out on the holiday collections either. Like we've said in the past that we feel like MAC do a fun, interesting, exciting one year and then a bit of a boring one the next year. I don't remember what they did last year, but maybe this is just their like, you know, their quiet year.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the products are fine. It's just that it's not very exciting. It's just gold, which is the same thing for this next collection. I'm just going to talk about it. It's the NARS 24 Karat Holiday Gold Collection. This gives me similar vibes to like, let's just chuck everything in gold packaging. I do like that they have their new lipsticks, which have refillable containers. They have like limited edition gold packaging. So the normal packaging is black. So this is a little bit like something that you can keep. They've got a face palette that looks the same as they've brought out every year, but these are really functional. So there's that. A couple blushes, a single eyeshadow that's gold. They've got a setting powder with like a marbled gold shimmer through it, and then a whole bunch of packs. Now, weirdly enough, the packs, all the products in the packs are rose gold, which I do believe they had a rose gold collection out a little while ago. It feels like it's just repackaged. So this, again, NARS used to do such cool things. What happened?
Yeah. Like, excuse me, please, where is like the eyeshadow palette that is like this? Please and thank you. Like the Bijou palette was amazing. I'm pretty sure they also did a gold collection last year, which, I mean, I'm maybe wrong about that. But yeah, I just don't feel like this is super exciting, unfortunately.
Agreed.
Natasha Denona has released a few packs that I'll just go over really quickly. We've got Baby I Need a Nude Eye Kit, which is just like a trio little eyeshadow palette with an eyeliner, and then there's the Rose Cheek Duo. They're both like designed as little Christmas baubles, which is cute. We love that. But they also have the Roxa palette, which I suppose is their like big release for the holiday season, and it is very purple. So if you are a fan of purple eyeshadow palettes, this one might be for you. Has she done that like, it's not necessarily a swirl, but that like multi-shade?
That marbled, I don't think she has. Yeah. Huda used to do this a lot, so I feel like it's just taking inspiration from Huda. I have to say, this shows how basic I am. The purple palette, I don't think it's that interesting. If I was going to go a coloured palette, even with any purple, it'd be that Cosmic Brushes one. Yeah. But the Christmas ornaments, those minis, I'm like, I would wear that every day. I would wear that blush every day. That just seems so functional that, again, this is really giftable because it's not like, unless you gifting it to someone who only wears multichrome indie eyeshadows, this is very practical. I like the little things more than I like the big limited edition special palette.
Yeah.
Next we saw a collection. This was in collaboration with Home Alone. Now, again, not super interesting. There was actually some cool stuff in here. The palette actually looked quite nice. Very sort of fall, winter sort of themed. You've got those butter glosses with the swirls. They look yummy. They actually have some nice packs here. So the theme is not really something that I'm super excited for, but I think the products are good. If you get the advent calendar, again, these are all full-size products you get in there. So mainly lip products, all lip products, I think. It's just a lip vault, but you're set for years, to be fair. Yeah. Years of lip products.
Years and years of lip products. They did have some pretty cute things, like Kat mentioned. Like they're selling a bucket with mini lip products in it, and it's like inspired by when Kevin like has the bucket go down a swing downstairs.
The paint tin.
It's a paint tin. That's it. That's right. And then there's like, it looks like a
pinata.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, do you see that?
Yeah,
it's super cute with like little bits in it. It's a pull to open surprise makeup box. I feel like there are some really cute, fun things in here. I also feel like the eyeshadow palette is kind of, it's not bad.
I'd wear it. I'd use it.
Yeah. I think some of the colours in there are quite beautiful. Like, I don't hate it. I think what I don't like the most about it is actually the fact that it's based on like the cartoon version.
Yeah. And I feel you. I'm not connected with it. It's not. It doesn't give me the nostalgia vibes. Yeah. But I agree.
Yeah.
And like, if you like NYX, especially their lip products, some really cool packs here. They even have these.
Absolutely.
They look like pizza boxes, and you get 6 butter glosses in it. But they've got like a nudie brown one, and then like a pinky rosy sort of coloured one. So smart enough to realise that people like they have a specific sort of tone that they're after. I don't know. I like these. If I saw these in store, which I don't even know if they're in Australia, I'd swatch them and have a look. I'd be interested. But yeah, I agree with you. The sort of Home Alone cartoon connection. Yeah. I'm like, I don't really give a shit. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Patrick Tar released a few things. Look, this duo sparkly eyeshadows, I think it was very cool to hate on them. They were expensive-ish for an eyeshadow duo, but for the brand's price point, like where they're in the market, they're not luxury, but they're sort of more higher end. It seemed on par with a lot of things that are out. So I didn't quite understand the outrage. A lot of people are saying they're really beautiful, worth the money. Other people saying that they weren't worth the money and they're really disappointing. I don't know. I haven't tried them, but that was very controversial. Another thing that's been brought out for the holiday season, which is very confusing, it's a collaboration with Barbie. This is a lip gloss that's pink, it's like a jelly pink sort of color, and a very, very, very bright pink blush duo. So a cream and a powder. These are like crazy pink. These, if you like a pink blush and you want the pinkest pink you can pink, this is like burning my eyes. It's so pink. So I don't understand how this is holiday. I don't understand what's going on, but it is a release for you.
This is not, I'm not super excited about this. I can't afford his eyeshadow duos, and I definitely don't want that pink in my life.
Yeah, there's also major volume plumping gloss duos as well. So
I think it was just trendy to have Barbie stuff this year.
No, that was last year though. It's too.
Was it last year?
Last year.
Holy moly, time flies. Okay, let's talk about Skin by Kim. So this is her first holiday collection that we're seeing. I don't know if it's particularly exciting, but we'll go through it. It's very nude, which I think is fitting for her brand, and that's okay. So we have a classic glam eyeshadow palette. There's some lip shimmers, which are a high shine gloss. And then there's a mini lip liner set, which is a 5-piece set. I think the mini lip liner set is a really, really good idea. And the glosses look quite nice as well. There's 10 shades available in varying shade depths. They do have what appears to be a micro sparkle in them, but it also appears to be quite sparse, which is interesting. And the eyeshadow palette she's skin toned, multiple skin tones.
Yeah, look, this is an interesting one. I think the reason why we're discussing it is because it is so like boring and practical, and this, like, she hasn't mentioned anywhere that this is limited edition. It is a holiday collection, but like when you add nude lip glosses to your range, you think that they should stick around because they're pretty practical. This eyeshadow palette, I don't think I've seen something so nude in such a long time, yet I would wear the absolute bejesus out of this. This is a very practical work. I don't know what the quality's like, so that's the thing that I would think that is the biggest question mark for me ordering this. But like, it is so bland. It's so bland, and I love that just like, oh, let's put some like snow effect on the photo to make it look like it's holiday. It is.
Yeah.
You're drab. It is what it is.
On the back of that, I just realised that we didn't have any Kylie Cosmetics in our list for today. So I went and had a look, and she does have a holiday collection. You can buy all of these items individually or as a bundle. There is a wet shimmer quad. There's 2 lip liners. There are 3 nail polishes. I think the nail polishes can only be purchased as a trio though. There's a transformative lip tint, and then there's 3 gloss drips. Compared to her past years of holiday releases, this is sad. This looks like Santa died.
It's
Christmas is over.
Yeah, look, the wet shimmer quad is sort of on trend with all that sort of shimmery stuff. But you're right. It's like they're severely cutting costs. And that's the thing I get from Kim's brand as well. They're just like, we need to keep it as sleek and minimal as possible, because what made us lots of money before, we fucked that up. We did a deal. It was weird. Things happened. And now we're having to like budget. And I reckon these products aren't bad. Again, sort of similar to the Kim stuff. Like, they're fine, but usable. They are very boring. Very boring.
There's no excitement there. Her holiday collections used to like spark joy. And I didn't care about Kylie Cosmetics, but I used to love seeing her holiday collections. They were very festive.
Agreed. All right, Smashbox. The main thing that looks sort of interesting, and I would try this, but I feel like I've been burnt by this style of lipstick before. These are the Flash FX lipsticks. Essentially what they are is they're quite bright. So you've got a firecracker, which is like a fire engine red.
Yeah.
You've got heated, which is like an orangey colour. Explosive, which is sort of a berry. And then reckless, which is like a magenta. These are lipsticks with shimmer in them. Now, I have tried, Shiramura brought out like a sparkly, shimmery matte lipstick. It looked gorgeous in the swatches. It was nice and vibrant, similar to this. But when you actually wear it, it was sort of gritty and unpleasant. I want to swatch these, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit unpleasant. I hope not. I hope they're beautiful, and I hope people live their best shimmery lip life. But I'm not convinced, unfortunately.
You know what makes me a bit worried about these
What?
is actually the swatches on the darker lips, because I feel like on the lighter lips they look very full and vibrant and all of that jazz, but on the darker lips I feel like you can see some color peeking through, and that makes me wonder if they're not actually as pigmented as they appear.
They definitely look a little bit translucent rather than a bold colour. But they have to be, though, because to see the shimmer through the lipstick, it's got to be a sort of translucent base rather than an opaque base. So, I think these could be really cool. But I've been burnt before being excited for this sort of formula and then it not being great.
That's fair.
But I would watch them in store if I saw them. So... there's that. Okay, we look a little bit different. This is the next day. We fucked up and forgot a couple of things to talk about. So the first thing we want to talk about is an advent calendar that has gone viral because it's absolute trash. So the Sephora Beauty Insider advent calendar for the US, apparently you only got this if you traded in 2,500 points, which is the equivalent of spending like $2,500 at Sephora. So it's a lot of points and it was trash. I've watched a few videos. It is all like accessories and like silicone applicators and something that looked like a dog's toothbrush. It was garbage. So that one was quite a funny one to look at. I highly recommend checking it out if you want to, because I don't know how they fucked up so badly. And we're talking about MAC having a bad advent calendar and then becoming good. How can they go so badly?
It's so bad. And like the stuff in it, honestly, it looks like things that you would buy from Temu for like $1, but you get a pack of 5 of them.
Yeah, but even then, like if you were
junk.
if you were buying it on Sephora scale, they would be buying thousands or tens of thousands of them, and they'd be like
nothing.
5 cents an item.
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff, I'm not kidding you. Now that I've got little kids, they just accumulate a lot of crap that you just step on a lot. This is the stuff that would just clutter up my desk, and I'd be so mad I'll just throw it all in the bin. It is garbage. So
it's really, really terrible. We also forgot to talk about the Danessa Myricks Lightwork 6 Freedom palette. Now this was actually flagged as a holiday item in our live chat that we filmed recently. We didn't think that this was holiday, but we're starting to see some content that does have the palette in it with some Christmassy music. It's got some holiday vibes, so I can see that maybe that's where they're going with it. Also, it is a limited edition item. The Jingle Bells is my dog, I'm sorry. Now, what's really cool about this palette is that it is fully customizable. You can basically break it down and make it a small, like, I guess, travel-friendly palette. You can take the mirror out of the lid and use that. It's so clever. This is probably one of the most unique and innovative eyeshadow palettes that we've seen in an extremely long time, in my opinion. I think it's fantastic. The colors are also really nice. If I wore more colorful eyeshadows, I would buy the shit out of this.
I agree. Also, I'm now the person that will do my makeup at my desk, and I don't mind a big palette if I'm doing that. But one night a week, I go to my parents' place. The fact that you can take out each like eyeshadow because it's magnetic, you can create your own custom little travel 6-pan palette.
It's
this
so good.
is so smart. Everything about this I love. The thing I don't love about this is the fact that it's limited edition. I feel like this should be a permanent thing. And I have heard people say that in a live chat or something with Danessa, she was saying that this format is coming back. Like, you would be stupid not to bring this back. If you've got the packaging of this, all your palettes should be this. Like, you could even do
100%.
this with slightly bigger pans for like face palettes. Like, can imagine instead of having the 6 eyeshadows, maybe have like 2 face like pans in there, and you can sort of take a bronzer and a blush or something away. I just think everything about this is so smart. So this is such a beautiful palette. I think the limited edition nature is starting to like weigh on me. Like, should I buy it? Should I buy it? Should I buy it?
Yes.
I don't love the colors. Like, I think it's pretty.
That's my problem.
But the colors aren't things that I would ever wear or rarely wear. But I think it's gorgeous. I think this is such a stunning palette and such a successful release. So I hope it does well.
Absolutely. Oh, so do I. And I really do hope that this evolves into more. I do hope we see this layout of palette from her again. The packaging, I hope it comes back. Even, okay, fair enough if she wants to make this specific color story limited edition, but please continue on with the packaging, because one day, you know, they'll hit the mark for you in a color story that you like, and you get to experience this absolutely genius palette. I just think it's so good. It's the release of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a format of the year, absolutely.
Yes.
For me, for sure. Yeah.
All right, last one. It's Too Faced. I feel like this collection went under the radar a little bit this year, but we're going to go over it. Now, they do have stacks of packs. If you want the lip injection, which they do every single year without fail, you can get it. They've got packs of it. They also have other packs, mascara packs, things like that. But I think the really interesting thing about this collection is that it is jewel themed, and they have a couple of large items that are really like going on the jewel theme. There is a face palette, which the packaging looks like a big pink diamond, basically. There's highlighters and blushes in there. There's also 2 eyeshadow palettes. So you've got a purple one, which comes in a pack with some other eye related products. And then there's a green one.
Which has no green in it. It's just brown.
It's not green at all. It's just green on the outside and then brown on the inside, which, I mean, wearable. So
true.
It is what it is.
Can I also say that they've got one shade in there that will have swatches on the screen. Pave All Day, I think it's called. Gorgeous. Yeah. It's gorgeous. I'd be tempted to buy that one palette for that one shade.
I think it's Pave. I think that's a cut of a diamond. Like the way that they cut a diamond.
Pave All
I'm
Day.
betting it's really sparkly and gorgeous. Give it to me. They also have this abomination.
It's horrible.
This is a bauble gloss ring, and it's going straight to hell where it belongs. It is a plastic ring,
chunky,
that is
diamond looking ring. Kids, this is kids makeup.
Pink plastic with a pink lip gloss in there. Ugh,
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Why did they do that?
Also, like, the reason why we aren't excited, and I've bought 0 holiday makeup or holiday packs this year. Now, can you blame us? Do you remember back like 4, 5, 6 years ago when the holiday collections were like interesting and massive? Like, even Too Faced, you'd buy like literally houses that you'd open apart and there'd be lots of cool stuff in there. This, so dull. I don't think there's anything that stands out besides that Cosmic Brushes palette, which I'm still thinking about. Besides that, which is an indie brand, every other release is the most bland, boring trash. Yes, it might be a good time to get a mini pack because if you want to trial things or have like things for your makeup bag, whatever, I get it. There is sometimes value behind the packs. But in terms of the inspiration behind these, like, I'm even thinking about...
There's none.
Remember when NARS had those cool, really sort of graphic palettes as well?
Look at this fucking palette. Like, where have you gone? Come back to us. We miss you. You know what? I was thinking, like, when I was gathering some of this stuff last night, I was like, a lot of the makeup that I have kept over the years, and listen, it's all expired technically. I still use it. I don't give a shit. If it doesn't smell bad and it still applies the same, I'm keeping it. It's like 90% limited edition holiday stuff.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It's sparkly, it's exciting, it's got beautiful packaging, it's inspiring. Like, what has happened?
I don't know.
What has happened?
I honestly don't know. And the thing I agree with you. Like, I used to save up money for the holiday releases to drop because that was the exciting thing of the year. Now you're getting Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner releasing nude and lip glosses.
Yeah.
My God, you can walk into any store and buy a nude palette and nude lip glosses. Like, the fact that these are supposed to be celebrated, I just don't. I'm going to say, I get that times are tough and we're in a really weird.
We are.
We're living through a weird time where things are very expensive and we've had on the back of pandemic and da-da-da-da-da. I get that. Yeah. But, I feel like there's even more reason to bring a little bit of joy and value into people's lives because of that.
I agree.
If people can't buy their sort of standard makeup because it's getting really expensive, chances are they're going to maybe get a voucher or they're going to get holiday, Christmas present money or something that they want to buy something special with, and then there's nothing special to buy. I don't get it.
You ruined Christmas makeup brands. No, I actually really have to agree with you. I feel like brands are ruining it for themselves, honestly. Like, Christmas season for brands is big bucks. People are going psychotic for makeup. Now, I've been reading some Reddit threads about holiday releases, and there are a lot of people saying, one, I'm not inspired. Two, stuff is really expensive, so it has to absolutely be something special that I know it's going to go away. I'm never going to be able to get anything quite like it again. It's special. I must get it while I can get it. Brands are not using FOMO this year. I can tell you that right now. They are releasing bland, boring crap that you can buy anywhere from any brand at any time of year. And honestly, I think they're going to feel it. I think they will feel it.
They are. And then do you know what the thing that's annoying though is that they're going to not make enough money over the holiday season, and they're going to say, oh, we can't invest in the next holiday season because the last holiday season didn't do well. And then it's just going to be a vicious cycle in the fact that we're just going to be seeing bland, boring shit. That and brands just not even release holiday stuff anymore, which I think for coming from a perspective of a makeup lover who wants to be excited about makeup but is finding it very hard to part with my money because I'm waiting for something to be released that's special. Like, the fact that there's one thing that stands out in my mind, and we're in December and I have not even fucking bought any holiday makeup, and holiday makeup has been and holiday makeup's been out for months now and has gone, a lot of it's gone on sale. It shows how dire and how uninspired the industry currently is. So I'd love to see a turnaround because it makes our job much easier. Thanks, brands. Let's get excited.
Yeah. That's exactly right. I would be very interested to hear what the community thinks about the current state of holiday collections. Have you found things that you are really excited about? Specifically more from the big brands. We did talk about Cosmic Brushes in here, which is more of an indie brand. And they are obviously, still inspired by Christmas, and it shows and it feels really special. But in terms of the big brands, what do you guys think? Do you think that they've really gone downhill? Do you think that they just don't have a good vibe this year? And also, let us know what you picked up if you purchased anything, because I haven't, and I don't think I'm going to. Maybe some more Christmas scented candles, but otherwise that's it.
Yeah, it's shit. It's dire.
All right, guys, we are going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back soon with another video, and until then, take care. Bye.
Bye.